Did you know that IVF treatments can increase the chances of having identical twins? While that may sound as a double blessing, it is a high risk pregnancy with a huge complication rate. But let's look at this research. A large study found that using a frozen embryo for transfer instead of a fresh one reduces the likelihood of the embryo splitting. It's a small change in the process, but may bring a huge difference. This research, a large analysis of thousands of IVF cycles, found that using a frozen thawed embryo, that's a frozen embryo transfer, is associated with a lower chance of having identical twins compared to a fresh embryo transfer. In one supporting study, the rate of identical twins after a fresh transfer was 3.1%, while it dropped to 2.25% when the frozen embryo was used. This is a meaningful reduction compared to the natural rate of identical twins, which is only about 0.3 to 0.4%. This study looked into why this must be happening. The findings suggest that the process of freezing and thawing the embryo may influence its physical structure or morphology. Specifically, the protective effect of freezing was most notable in embryos of lower quality. In contrast, other studies have shown that very high quality embryos, especially a well developed outer layer, a trophoectoderm, are naturally more prone to splitting. The freezing process seems to make the embryos more stable and less likely to divide. Why is it important? It's important because more and more often now we are moving over to a frozen embryo transfer, and this is becoming a protocol for many of our cases. And I think equally, as we learn more, we are able to explain that small risk of increase seems to be more in a fresh cycle. But again, these are very early studies.